Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hank Williams, and I'm at the Santa Monica Pier for the 3rd annual Tony Sousa Memorial Car Show. And we plan to make a good show of it. And this is coming through from the live car show, being taped by the live car show. And I'm give some little insight on my car, my Cobra. In other words, I bought this Cobra in December of 1964. It was delivered in January of 65, which is registered as a 65. It's classified as a very famous Cobra. It has quite a history for it. In the meantime, in other words, we have some of the, I'll give you some of the history. This particular plaque here was given to the car from the Carroll Shelby Museum, and also represented when the car was actually presented. This was presented to the car at the Indianapolis Raceway, for which I have the honor of being the first African-American to ever drive a Cobra on the Indianapolis Raceway. And this is the car itself. It has never been restored. What you have here is the original American magnesium wheels. The tires are the original Polyglass tires put in 1974. The car has never been restored. It's an original paint. It's still the same. The seating is still the same. We raced this car for quite some time. The roll bar we took out, and we also replaced it, took the roll bar out to make the car a show car. We also have quite a bit of memorabilia that goes with the car, for which was given to me and given the honor of Carroll Shelby, who allowed me to open the Carroll Shelby Museum at the Las Vegas Raceway, and he gave me that honor. This picture here, this one is made by the Peterson publication, for give you a history of me as a race driver, and some of the histories of the car have been considered as one of the world's winningest Cobra, for which one of the Cobras, Don Roberts, who had the other 289 winningest Cobra, for which he had the national S.A.A.C winning Cobra. The other Cobra was a 427 by Dick Smith, who had the world's winningest 427 Cobra. My Cobra is considered as the world's winningest Cobra for all the racing, that is rallies, slaloms, gymkhana's, S.A.A.C racing, and all other small club racing over the years, for which we drove it every day, and on the weekends we took all the seats out and we took it racing, and then we'll put the seats back and use it every day. The car at present has 131,993 miles on it at present, and these are plaques that represent me as a race driver. This one says the car had won 374 trophies in racing, and this was in September of 2000 when this was printed. And all the other things that I can tell you about the car, it has been signed by Carroll Shelby, for which we have the largest signed memorabilia of Carroll Shelby in the whole world for this particular car. There's not too much more I can tell you about it, other than the fact that the car still have the full race suspension on it. It has the pure magnesium racing wheels, and it have also sway bars. The engine is still the full race engine of 340 horses. And in the meantime, as we go along, we will open the hood and you will be able to see the engine itself as a race engine. And the rest of it is just the car is considered as one of the winningest Cobras, for which I mentioned. This is from the New Car Dealers Association, who gave this little card here and a write-up on the car explaining the fact that this was one of 3 cars that were painted this color only. It's not a Shelby color, but the car was delivered with this particular color. As I stated before, the car still have the full race engine in it, for which you can see it's a 289 with the 715 Harley and the high riser. We also have the Cyclone headers, the same thing that the Daytona Coupe has in it. This particular engine here, it doesn't have the Shelby cam. We have what we call a vintage race cam, for which we plan to take out and put the Shelby cam back in. The engine, as it stands right now, the car puts out around 340 horses. The car is sitting on a 2,200 pounds as it stands right now. For racing and racing form, when we took the seats and everything out, it was 1,902 pounds. And the The fan that we have here on the front of the engine, it happened to be my own setup. As we leave the engine compartment, we'll go back and have a look at the trunk. In the trunk here is pretty jumbly up, but however, this is the soft top that came with the car. It's only been on the car 3 times out of 43 years. This, believe it or not, spare is the delivery spare that came with the wire wheels. This spare is brand new. It have never been on the car or on the ground other than being taken out to clean. That is the original tie. And we also have a rare collection here of the original tools that go with this particular car that people will give their right arm to have, these tools. I'm not going to take them out, but however, this is the original tool that came with the car. And other than that, and what I can say now is that I hope you've had a good little insight on this particular machine, and I'm a very proud owner of this particular car.
Hey, my name's Tim Beckman. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. You are looking at my 1969 428 Cobra Jet. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Special features it has: it's got the 428 Cobra Jet motor. It's got intermediate wipers. It's got fold-away steering in it. This car was originally shipped to Canada. It's one of the special features about it. The speedometer, the speedometer gauge on it is only in kilometers. I purchased this car from Canada. I've had it about 2 to 3 years now, and it spent its entire life up there. It was originally shipped there and come out of British Columbia. The color on it is candy apple red. I've got Fuchs nitrous rims on it. I've also got original tires and rims also for it. It's a numbers matching car. It has it's candy apple red, like I said. It's a 428 with a 4-speed, and it's a great car.